back to, it is episode 5 of my Shadowrun Returns playthrough. This is JRSEVERYN with you. Okay, if I try to recall where we left off last time, I believe we ended up saving Coyote after we met up with her boyfriend Paco. I believe it was at, I'll say the Palace Royale, but I don't know if that was the proper right name of the apartment. We ended up going in there and we ended up saving Coyote. Her arm was mangled up pretty bad from, I'm assuming, the torture she was going through there. From Stevie J's little henchman in the back room there. We killed Stevie J, put him out of his misery in order to save Coyote. Came back here, we had a little quick conversation with Miss Kubota and Coyote before we ended up ending the video there. Miss Kubota ended up telling us, she's given us access and safe haven in her establishment here for having saved Coyote and considers us now as family. There's some up in the back room, I think she was saying, in terms of a cyber dock and some cyberwares and things like that to purchase. So, alright, let's be on our way. So, Miss Kubota says, how else may I be of service? Is Mr. Delilah here tonight? Mr. Delilah is the guy that Coyote was doing a run for in order to get some form of payment or money. I think to pay some debt back. You mentioned Coyote's crusade. What is it? If you don't mind, how did you get involved in all of this? Are any Johnsons or fixers here tonight? I'll be going. Mr. Delilah here tonight. Yes, Mr. Delilah's in the back of the bar. Okay. That's usually where he does business. You mentioned Coyote's crusade. What is it? Coyote grew up in the Royale. Okay, so it was the Royale. But managed to escape that life. However, her cousin was apparently not so lucky. He came to town about a year ago and fell in with the wrong circle. He was introduced to sim chips and became addicted to BTLs. And then from last episode, BTLs was something to do with something life. Bring to life? Chips, I think it was. And those chips would end up it was kind of like a drug where it would give you a false sense of somebody else's reality or somebody else's life in like a virtual reality. And there was people becoming addicted in the slums at the palace and things like that. Coyote has been tearing her way through the chip houses for months now, searching for him and acting as a one-woman cleanup crew. If you don't mind, how did you get involved in all this? Are there any Johnsons or... Okay, if you don't mind, how did you get involved in all this? I am a former runner. Oh. Now I provide a safe haven and a marketplace for runners who need a trustworthy place to congregate and do business. And here I was thinking she was a seamstress, which I think was like a kind of like a politically correct term for like prostitute. Are the Johnsons or fixers here tonight? In addition to Mr. Delilah, you may wish to speak to Van Gross. He is often stage side. Van Gross is most often a receiver of found articles, but he occasionally has work. I'll be going now. Okay, so we got a few people to talk to in here. Let's see, there's Van Gross right there towards the stage. And the other guy was in the back room. There's the janitor, Mr. Cluey, the muscle. Well, let's talk to Van Gross and see what he has to say. Van Gross is busy talking on his comlink, checking his heads-up display and motioning to a runner standing nearby, all at the same time. He's an intense little man. You get the sense that he likes to look busy. I'm Van Gross. Make it quick. Biz is good. Talk to me. Mrs. Kubota says you're a fixer. He still hasn't looked at you. He's going a mile a minute. Nothing for you tonight, sorry. I'm doing a thing right now, important thing. Talk to you later. Oh, hey lady, one more thing. He covers his comlink for a moment, tilts his head back. Tilts his head your way, not back. But you can see he's still staring at his HUD. I'm a fence too. If you got anything you need to unload, come see me. Oh, so a fencer for like selling goods. I need to finish call perhaps another time. Okay. Well, see you later, Mr. Van Gross. Let's talk to Mr. Cluey. Mr. Cluey, the hulking troll balancer in immaculate suit stands as impassively as ever. The absence of dust on his broad shoulders is the only real indication that the man ever moves. He nods to you when you approach. Evening, I see Coyote's back, looking only a little worse for wear. What have you to thank for that? The having her part back, yes? I didn't rough her up if that's what you're wondering. Paco and I tracked her down. The having her back part, yes. You have the gratitude of everyone here, especially mine. Couldn't stomach losing anyone else so soon after what happened to Sam. You're just a big old sheepdog, aren't you? Not the comparison made of most trolls, but I'm happy to defy expectations. Mind if I ask you a few questions? Haven't minded so far. You hear anything else about Sam's death? You know where I can find a fence? Okay, well, you know Van Grass. So I'm going to ask that one quickly because he'll probably refer him. Yeah, I think Van Grass is at the bar near the stage. Dwarf with a cyber eye. Can't miss him. You hear anything else about Sam's death? People are saying it was the Ripper, but people say a lot of things about what they don't know or what they don't understand. How long have you been working for Mrs. Kubota? I wonder if it could have been, just thinking about this, like it was a troll and a human at Sam's murder scene with footprints. I wonder if it could have been like Mr. Cluey and even Mrs. Kubota. That's a possibility. How long have you been working for Mrs. Kubota? I crawled in here after I woke. So like dead drop? Like he was killed and then came back? Mrs. Kubota took me in and gave me a job. I've been here ever since. Do you have to pay extra for a manicure on hands that big? It's not the size they charge more for. It's the blood under the fingernails. Ooh. I should be going. Catch you round. I'm just looking at the dancers. Johnny Clean! What's going on, my janitor friend? Johnny leans on his seemingly brand new mop and surveying the crowd at the Union. Hey Johnny, I'm looking for a Cherry Took Coyote. The piano is a little out of tune. Check it out. Thank you, sir. I'm supposed to play some sort of notes on here. Yeah, GAFFC. Excuse me. Piano looks like it's been here since the Union was built, but doesn't look like anyone has played it in earnest for almost as long. Inspect the piano. Piano seems normal until you notice that it's very rigid. Upon further investigation, it's because the piano is bolted to the wall. A close look at the floor reveals skid marks, indicating that the piano slides to the left. Play GAFFC. As you slowly peck the notes out on the keyboard, they spark a faint memory of wonder. Immediately forgotten as the entire piano slides to the left, revealing a hidden staircase. You descend the staircase, or the stairs, into the Union safe house. Okay, it's just loading. Also to note, I don't know if you guys can see it in the bottom right corner, you should be able to see there's the number 1. That's my death tally count that we have on the go here on this very hard playthrough. Revisiting that death, it was kind of my own mistake. I didn't take Jake Armitage with me into that fight in the back alley to save the merchant, so. Okay, so Paco's down here. We have Dr. Sarah Castle. And some lockers to search. I'm just going to turn down the volume some more. I turned up my microphone volume a bit more, and I turned up, I think, percentage for volume, but it's kind of loud in game here, so we're just going to turn that down a bit. Alright, let's talk to Paco and see what he has to say. Oh, he doesn't say anything. That's sorry for the door to go back up. Welcome. No bunks available. That's okay. I just want what's in the locker. Ooh, jazz. Oh, that's my stash. No, that's jazz. Oh, because the locker is my stash. It is my stash. That's why. Okay. So that's where everything goes to access to get it back in. Score. Miss Castle and Coyote are there. What do we have over here? We have some dude. Algernon, who I have no idea is. Oh, Eric Mersman was the bartender that was upstairs originally. TV Gruberman. David Fry II, who's probably the cyber doc. Start talking to some of these people. Algernon. What do you got for me? Past the bar, the edges of the safe house become somewhat indistinct due to the magical haze surrounding a particular elf. The man seems only half of this realm, his mind wandering the far horizon of astral space while his body pedals in otherly wares. Okay, so a shaman. Good evening, young human, and welcome to this humble home that we call the Union. I am Algernon, half-dream. To ease your way through the sixth world, I offer you the best in magical foci, spells, and fetishes for conjuring the spirits. Or for the conjuring of spirits. Let me see what you have. Yeah, I'll just say, I think it's most of the stuff. Aim 1, increase accuracy, spell magic. Not much. Oh, he's got, I think, acid stream in this are different. Oh, there's some of the chi casting spells in here. Although that definitely had an update to it. There's Counter-Strike in here. Wow. I think, yeah, these are the first three I saw originally. Kind of an interesting character, that one. The Adept. Says this playthrough we're not using any magic. I'm not going to really go through the spells too much more in depth than I've already have. Eric Mersman. Change your clothes. Change your life, right? Not only will you look better, not only that you look bad now, or oh yeah, use the armor merchant, or anything but each one of us will help keep you on the right side of the ground. Take a look. I wonder if there's anything new armor in terms of, yeah, no. I ended up getting the terrorist look from him for the +1 intelligence 3 armor. Just looking at these, I don't wonder which ones would be. Oh, the charisma might be good. Willpower for magic. Cheaper, more affordable one, probably for Decker or for Rigger. I can't remember how much this one was. I think it was 400 for this one. Jet Ninja for the grants where 1 dodge, and then one that grants 3 HP with my extra armor. Definitely one for the tankier builds. What do we got here? TB Gruberman looks like he's got guns for me. Oh, I thought he had a gun pointing to his head. This is psycho. Theodore Buster Gruberman is a well-groomed orc, dressed with a precision that suggests the straight lines of a military officer's uniform. His hair is cropped short, high and tight, as they say, and the neatness this presents is only compromised by the uneven tusks protruding from his mouth. The only other defect in this picture of perfection is the man's cybernetic right arm, which is obvious enough to be noticeable, but not so obvious as to ruin the line of his suit. T.D. Gruberman. When he speaks, the orc's voice is soft and thoughtful. He talks almost exclusively in numbers. Calibers, ranges, rounds per second, arc of fire, razoring factor, tensile strength, and of course, price. Bunker Buster Gruberman at your service. Friends call me Buster. I also answer to Sergeant, Sir, and even Theodore on occasion. Anytime you're in the market for firearms, ammunition, or ordnance, I'm your man. How can I help you? What exactly do you sell here? Things that go bang in all shapes and sizes, plus other odds and ends on occasion. Consider me your own personal armory. All weapons are guaranteed to meet strict UCAS military spec, or your money back in addition. I can handle routine maintenance, repairs, and upgrades if you so desire. And if that wasn't enough, I also teach a safety and instructional course every weekend. This week, we're covering bayonets. Mark my words, they're making a comeback. So what can I get you? Let's take a look what you got. This is probably going to be all the guns and stuff. Most basic stuff. Let's take a quick look at what's new. I think the shotgun's new. Well, Street Steeper's new. The shotgun build would be interesting. There's a lot of character builds in this game that would actually be kind of interesting. Machete, basement. Oh yeah, do I get... no Class B drones. Trash. But did you get an upgrade? Yeah, upgrade a pistol, upgrade at maybe SMG, upgrade at shotgun, then an upgrade at the rifle. Yeah, bigger cap. Yeah. Alright, Cyberdoc. David Fry the second, what do you got for me? Every inch of tech alcove is covered in a chaotic patchwork quilt of circuit boards, chips, wires, displays, and a million other things that you can identify. In the eye of this techno-bit storm stands a dwarf, immaculate, dressed, and supremely calm. Oh, look at that slick mofo. He knows what he's doing. Must be, hey, he's got to be a doctor. Look at that. He's got the money to support the suit and support the look, and got the shades, little toothpick dangling out there. Damn. David Fry II. I know that look. Don't let the size of the shop fool you. I can get any Matrix hardware or software that exists. And if I don't exist, or if it doesn't exist, then I can get it made for you. Any questions I can answer, or anything gear you need. What's a deck? You jack into the Matrix or in the context of a run. When you jack into the local node of the facility you're in, the deck determines how many programs and ESPs you can carry and the firepower of your base Matrix attack. Decks have IP. When a deck's IP is reduced to 0, you'll get booted from the system and it'll hurt. What's a program? A program in the Matrix allows you to defend yourself or your avatar against countermeasures and enemy deckers. There are a wide variety of different programs for attack and defense at different power levels. As you progress as a decker, you can use a more powerful version of these programs. What's an ESP? Johnny, you want to take this one? Oh, Johnny Clean! I told you I thought the guy looked like he was a decker. Sure, when you infiltrate a facility on the run, you have a team. When you jack into the Matrix, you're all alone. That's where ESPs come in. An ESP is a highly advanced artificial life program, which when you deploy it, manifests as another team member in the Matrix. Different types of ESPs have different abilities. What do you have for sale? Okay, so the Renraku craft work, I won. I think that was a perk. Yeah, you need decking 3 to use it. I don't even have decking 1. Because I'm a rare. Okay. Or do I have a Sony CTY? I don't think I do have a Sony CTY. Killjoy does -1 AP, reduce state alarm by 4. Area effect matrix attack that deals 50 IP damage to IC and deckers. Degrade, erosion, firewall. Not so like spellcaster, but pretty much in the Matrix. Oh, there's consumables. Oh yeah, this is to create the ESPs. Interesting, interesting. To just do a decker only build. I don't think you would get very. I guess you could just decker and gun quickness or something. You're building a decker, but then it kind of restricts you. Not be really suited well in combat. While in the same overalls, you saw them upstairs down here, leaning over the workbench, crammed with circuit boards, cables. Johnny Clean seems a totally different person. You get the impression that Johnny was once as hot and as invisible as most infamous deckers today. Good to see you down here. Happy to help. Be of help if I can be. How is decking used? The decking skill is often used just on terminals in the real world to get information, hack doors, etc. But occasionally a run will have the option or the requirement to go into the local matrix LAN or the LAN of local area network of the facility you are infiltrating in order to gain access to valuable information or control more important things in the real world. Why are you dressed as a janitor? Did I stand out upstairs? No, janitors never do. When I was younger, I had a rep for getting in and out of systems so cleanly that no one knew I was there. Half the Matrix runs that earned me my rep were made possible because I was able to get inside the facility posing as a janitor. Now it's just sort of part of me. Is it true that you were part of the Echo Mirage team? What's this all about? Let me take this one. Listen, I've known this guy for over a decade, and he's been smart enough not to tell me, so he's sure as hell not going to tell you anything about those days. For your health and his, best to let the subject drop. See you guys around. Dr. Sarah Castle. Oh, what the heck's on her shoulder? Make it quick. I need to operate. Thanks for helping me out back there. Ugh, Jesus, yeah, she got mangled up pretty good. Looked like you could use a hand. Tell me about the night Sam Watts died. Null Sheen, you should be okay. Looked like you could use a hand. Ouch, bad joke right now. Because her arm. Oh my god. She looked down at her mangled arm. Dr. Zercast. Okay, folks, I'm going to have to ask you to sit in the waiting area, watch some trivia or something. This young lady and I have some work to do. Mrs. Kubota never said what kind of cyberarm she'd pay for. I have some questions first. Take it easy, Coyote. We'll be here when you wake up. Mrs. Kubota never said what she said. I want something badass. Got one with a laser inside? You'll take what I give you, lady. Now let's have a look at your face. Leave it. Excuse me? Coyote? I earned this face by being stupid. I'm going to keep it in a story. Whatever you say, kid. With one swift move, she sinks a syringe into Coyote's thigh. Nighty-night. She's awake now. Oh, yeah, they cleaned it up a bit. Her eye looks better. Definitely kept the scar. Coyote looks better and worse than you last saw her. Is that her, was it a left arm or a right arm? I think it was a right arm. All the gaping holes are plugged and she's sporting a shiny new cyberarm. But now that the adrenaline has worn off, it's clear that she needs some rest. Good morning. Thanks to the miracle of modern science combined with Doc Castle's magical healing powers, I'm almost good as new. Better, really. Nice arm. Ready for some questions now. Can I talk to you from Miss about Sam? Nice arm. Thanks. Mrs. Kubota will have me working it off for the rest of my life. She notices your expression. You look like you got something on your mind. I have some questions. She flashes you a puzzled look. What kind of questions? About Sam Watts. Sam Watts? What about him? Sam's dead. Holy dreck, Sam. I can't say I'm surprised. He was on a downward spiral for a long time. What can I tell you? Tell me about Sam. I hear you liked him. I did. He made me laugh. No one else seemed to like Sam's jokes, but I did. No counting for taste. Sam made some bad jokes. Not when he was sober. He was chill and funny, I guess. I knew him the best of everyone here. Sorry he's gone. You served Sam the night of he died. What do you remember of him? It was a pretty average night. Regular crowd, as I remember. Sam was drinking with some guy named Armitage. Jake Armitage? Yeah, you know him. Met him. He's a charmer, too. She bites her lower lip. I like gingers. Anyway, Jake and Sam were having a few. Well, Jake was having a few. Sam was tossing him back, but good. Eventually, he got loud, the way he sometimes did when he mixed drinking and who knows what, and Mrs. Kubota wanted him ejected. Mr. Cluey wasn't around, can't remember why, so she asked Jake to do the honors. Jake dragged him out to the back in the alley, and that's the last time I saw Sam. You said he got loud. Do you remember what he was saying? She thinks. Standard Sam Drek. How he grew up rich and didn't deserve this. How he hated his mother, how he loved his mother. It was pretty pathetic stuff. Does Sam have any enemies? She thinks, enemies? That's hard to say. Sam partied hard, and when he did, he ran his mouth off pretty good. Got his ass kicked on more than one occasion, but no, I don't think he had any enemies. At least none that I'm aware of. Where did Sam live? On the streets, mostly. He occasionally convinced someone to let him flop on their couch, but he'd always overstay his welcome and get kicked out after a few days. Sometimes I'd sneak him down here so he could crash in one of the bunks. He used one the night before I saw him last. How bad was his drinking? If it was just the drinking, it would have been bad, but Sam wasn't the monogamous type. He dabbled in everything, booze, chips, drugs. He loved the nitro, whatever he can get his hands on. It wasn't always like that, but once he got sick, he started using more and more stuff to try and forget about it. Sam was sick? Dying, didn't you know? Yeah, everyone could tell. You could just look at him and see he was a walking corpse. Had to be the drinking. Then he disappeared for a while, and one day he came back all better. Looked good even. Hard to imagine. He said his mom helped him out. Never said how, though. Thanks, Coyote. Now I need you two to do something for me. What do you need, babe? I need you to talk to Mr. Delilah for me about the Royale run. He's usually upstairs. Tell him I didn't get the gems. Maybe I can take another run at it when I recover. I will. But I ended up getting the gems, I thought. Find the medbay and safe house. Investigate Sam's bunk. Deliver the stones to Delilah. Okay, that's optional. Yeah, we're going to do that. The bunk is a mess and reeks of booze. Searching through the sheets, blankets, and pillows, you find an old photograph that has seen a lot of wear. Look at the image. The picture is of a blonde boy and girl, both about age 14, sitting on a dock on the edge of a lake. They appear to be twins. The boy has his arm tight around the girl's shoulders and is mugging for the camera. The girl is planting a kiss on his cheek while making rabbit ears behind his head with her fingers. Check the back of the photo. Written in a woman's hands are the words, Sam and Jessica. Lake Sammamish State Park, summer 2040. Alright, I guess we're gonna go find Jessica. Oh yeah, Jessica was the, I think the girl he was hot after. Paco just took off. Like out of nowhere. You're back. I think the highlights of the Wolves game will be on soon. Want to take a load off and watch it with me? I found something in Sam's bunk. What the bunk Sam was using. Did Sam have a sister? Do you know someone named Jessica? Her brow furrows. No, why? I think that's the name of Sam's sister. Jessica Watts. Yeah, he mentioned her once. Didn't sound like they got along that well. Your comlink chips, and the screen shows John Dresden, the coroner from Oregon Grinders. He doesn't look happy. Dresden, you old bonesaw. Glad to hear from you. Dresden, you don't look so good. Never mind that. I'm fine. Listen, I'm at the NTSB investigation facility down on the docks with the corpse of what looks like another Riptor victim. If you want us to check this out, I would get here fast before McCluskey does. McCluskey the troll cop. Thanks for the call. On my way. Another Ripper murder? Where are the docks? I've got to go. Okay, listen, I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royale before. Something bad happened. Worse than getting my arm torn off. And Sam was my friend. You head to the docks and I'll see if I can track down Sam's sister, Jessica. She might be able to help us. See you when I get back. I don't need your help. See you around. Thanks, I appreciate the help. Excuse me. So we have another Ripper murder goal. Is that her arm? Oh god, that's Coyote's. No, that's just the left arm. Pretty sure hers is the right arm. Or maybe it was the left arm. In Shadowrunner circles, the term doctor is often used quite liberally to describe any sawbones with a needle and a thread. But in the case of the Union's resident medical expert, nothing could be further from the truth. The safe house boasts a fully equipped medical suite, complete with shamanic fetishes. This is sixth world medicine of the highest caliber. Explains the demon. Doctor, or the totem, or whatever that is. Dr. Sarcastle, the doctor herself is an assuming sort, perhaps the type to go unnoticed entirely. If not for the sprightly spirit perched on her shoulder, like her own personal gargoyle, the spirit's burning eyes follow you constantly, even as the doctor's own eyes are buried in her charts. However, she does look up long enough to acknowledge your approach. I'm Dr. Castle. I understand you were instrumental in bringing Coyote back to us. Thank you for that. Okay, and I suppose you were the one who patched her up. Impressive work. Nell Sheen fixed up her arm. That was a piece of work. You're welcome, Doc. And I gotta say, was some work you did on her. Your talents may be going to waste down here. High praise for a simple arm swap, especially since she wouldn't let me repair her face. She notes you eyeballing the facilities. I can tell you're surprised to find a full-service medbay under a dive bar in the slum. Don't be. This is a Shadowrunner bar after all. For a purveyor of cyberware and trauma kits, there's no better place to set up a practice. I patch up runners, install and maintain their cyberware, and provide medical supplies for their runs. I may not be as mobile as Doc Wagon, but I'm the next best thing. Can I help you with anything? Tell me more about trauma kits. Trauma kits are fully automated stabilization units that include a defibrillator, spray-on synthetic skin, and medical nanomachines. They can save a runner's life if you move fast enough. So if you are bleeding out, one of those can get you back on your feet. Exactly, but you have to be quick. This is Doc Wagon's own field tech, but even their stuff has its limits. What cyberware do you have available? Oh, Jesus. Cyberleg. Oh, I can equip cyberarms. Current essence after operation. Are these like, oh, these are essence costs here. Basic yet powerful metal machine replacement for your legs. Adds 8 HP and quickness. Shall we process covers your bones with a hard plastic. Adds 1 body. Ranruku's basic cyber eye replacement extends and enhances your vision. Adds 3% to hit. Silver technology. Limbs that adds 6 HP. A requirement for riggers and deckers and those that want to use a smart link weapon. So the data checker, yeah, I already have. And Ares dermal plating adds 2 armor. Cyber up. Couldn't cyber up that much though, because 1.5, 4, 5. You wouldn't be able to get all of it. It's 5.5. Probably take like the armor and the HP for the most part. And a quickness to get a gun or something. Okay, yeah, like I was thinking about doing a hybrid into quickness after intelligence. Or into decking, but I don't know if I'll actually do decking. Maybe just go with a gun. Oh, I can't go with a gun because I equipped 2 drones. Never mind. I see shamanic fetishes. You a shaman too? While modern technology, medical technology, makes surgery less disruptive than it used to be, it's still an ordeal for both the body and the spirit, requiring extensive recuperation to properly heal. I am trained in the ways of the spirit world as well as the scientific world. I do my best to heal the whole patient. What's that on your shoulder? This little guy supports the healing rituals I perform on my patients after surgery, dramatically reducing the recovery time. Not standard procedure, of course, but the results speak for themselves. Let's see your medical supplies. Doc Wagon's Platinum Trauma Kit restores a teammate to life with 100% of their total health consumed when used. Restores a teammate to life with 50% of their health, and then some of the basic ones I have for 20% health, and then some other basic med kits. Let's see what I have for items right now, because I thought I had repair kits. Oh, I got 3 karma points. Yes, I was saving up for 5 karma, I think, for the next one in drone combat for 2 more armor. Plus, most of my karma points are going to end up going into here anyways. I don't even know if I'll even would be able to get the quickness. And that, I'd probably be better off doing biotech for the support for healing. So that won't be a long time away. Right here. So I ended up combat increased quickness by 2 and AP plus 1 for 5 rounds. I don't really need that. A couple med kits. There's an advanced med kit that hits by 20. Heals by 20, sorry. I really should be just taking med kits and drone repair kits. I wonder if this doesn't apply. Like the biotech doesn't apply, yeah, because it's biotech, not repair tech. It's too bad that the biotech didn't apply to repair kits also. Probably isn't anything in here for that. I don't think so. Nothing up here for that either. Definitely gonna push to 7, I think. Oops. Oh, did I need to buy a new drone? I can't figure out, because the last time, yeah, this drone went down. But I have no idea if it's going to work or not. That doesn't tell me anything. That just tells me missions. Oh, not him. Oh no, both my drones are there now. Okay. Maybe it was just for that combat and then it comes back after that combat battle? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Not sure. Not sure at all. But they're moving around, so got both my drones. Just thinking if I should put in for some more HP for some cyberware. Yeah, probably. Well, I want to save for a better drone. That's all I want. Class A's are probably going to be expensive. They're probably going to be like over $2 grand. Who's this? That's Mr. Delilah for me to drop off the gems to. Mr. Delilah looks small and tough. He looks like an average human dude with a little cigar going on there. Yeah, we're matching. We both got cigars. With an untraceable shoddy on his back and a heavy vest under his trench coat. A little hobo with a shotgun. He's got the air of someone who gets things done and occasionally does them himself. He might be an ex-runner, one of the rare ones smart enough to move over to management where he felt his reflexes slowing down. What do you want? Mr. Delilah, we have business to discuss. What business? I got no business with you. We're with Coyote. She's indisposed at the moment. Coyote sent us or ever heard of someone named Coyote. Okay, so we're with Coyote. She's supposed to have at the moment. At the mention of Coyote, he finally gives you his full attention. Why didn't you say so? Coyote is late and my client is getting anxious. Where is she? Downstairs trying on a new arm. Your run went south for her. She's getting stitched up. Oh, he may not know about downstairs, so we're just going to say she's getting stitched up. No kidding. Well, whatever. She's tough. She'll pull through. So who are you two? Is Paco with me? Oh yeah, Paco's on the other side. Lady O-Face, he's Paco, the guy that's got your goods. What difference does it make? This is Coyote's boyfriend, Paco. I'm Lady O-Face. Okay, well, Lady O-Face and he's Paco. Great, we're all introduced. Now give me my stones. Hold back the best stone and give him the rest. Hold back the pebble with the runes on it and give him the rest. In an instant, there's a jeweler's scope on his eye, moving quickly through what appears to be the most valuable stones. He stops when he can't find what he's looking for. He glares at you furious and throws the rest of the gems. It's not here. What? He exhales and slowly wags his head as he speaks. Let me explain the way the world works to you. I hire someone to do a job, they do it. They get paid and we part happy. Now you have something that I paid Coyote to get for, that makes it mine. So you give me the pebble and we won't make any more work for Johnny Clean. Maybe if you told me more about the pebble, it might jog my memory. Double the fee and the pebble is yours. Was there another stone like a pebble, some sort of letters on it? I forgot. Here you go. Maybe if you jog my memory more. I'm smart enough not to ask my clients why they want it. Why they want what they want. Just arrange for them to get it. Now hand it over. Hand over the pebble. Coyote may not have told you, but the penalty for being late with the delivery was no payment. But I'm feeling magnanimous tonight. So you guys can keep the gems I threw in your damn face. Mr. Delilah looks up at you, up and down, and takes you all in, smiles to himself. Listen, you look like the sort of woman who might run a crew of your own one day. Might need a little talent. When that happens, you come to me, I'll set you up. He dismisses you with a wave. Looks like you impressed him. I know offense for the gems of on grass. Follow me. Let's see what he's got. We're done for now. Buzz. Van Grass is fiddling with his cyber eye while noodling his PDA. You're back, still busy. What's your story? We have some pretty things to sell. You'll want to see them. We need to find some stones. You're the right guy. Charisma 3. I can see you're a busy man. We have some pretty things to sell. I have a fondness for pretty things. Let me see. You hear the servos in Van Grass's cyber eye whirl as a magnifying lens slips into position. He bends his head over to the stones for 2 seconds, maybe less. Where'd you get this, Drek? A gumball machine? I'll give you 1,000 for them. Holy jeez. Charisma 5. I thought you said you were a busy man. Strength 6. Look into my eyes, Van Grass. Etiquette academic. Did the software in your HUD appraise the value of the stones? I'll think about it. Suit yourself. Okay, we'll just sell them for it. Ready to unload those stones? Yes. Alright. Give me your cred stick. Yeah, I haven't found anything for like the Shadowrunner etiquette. I don't have enough charisma to get multiple etiquettes, so I can't really partake, as fun of a time in those conversations as I'd like. Where are we on to now? Oh yes, to the body. Yeah, take a cab to the NST warehouse and search that crime scene. Okay. Tip. When combat ends, each character's most recent wound is automatically healed. Game autosave. Okay, the South Seattle docks. Leaving the Seamstress Union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with the latest victim, left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle is your typical industrial area, grime, and gray. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets, repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutter of the broken down street. Your destination, the National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, is located on a strip of dock towards the less maintained end of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who lingered in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. Nobody to talk to here at the start. Okay, there's one person right here. Streetwalker. Oh, where's Paco? He didn't follow me? That guy, I tell you. Useless. Useless Paco. Actually, I think without Paco's baseball bat, I probably wouldn't have survived that last fight back at the palace. Okay, well, I think I'm going to end this episode here. When we come back, we'll pick up where we're going to leave off with the Streetwalker heading to the crime scene and investigate the Ripper's new murder case where Dresden is. Hopefully it's not an ambush, but ooh, you never know. It could be an ambush. But until next time, have a great rest of your day, everyone. Thanks for watching. It's JRSEVERYN out.